Hi sports fans, welcome to the 2013 high school football season. I'm Daily Record sports editor Aaron Dorksen, along with Mike Plant. And in this segment, we're going to give you our Wayne County Athletic League and Principals Athletic Conference previews. We're going to give you a sneak peek at our rankings that are going to be on our football preview that hits the newsstands Thursday. We're also going to share some video interviews we did with some of the players.
Aaron, in the Wayne County Athletic League, there's a lot of excitement going into the season this year with last year's top three teams, Norwin, the champion, Northwestern, and Hillsdale, all coming off of playoff appearances and looking to get back there. And the rest of the league looks to be pretty good as well.
And Mike, you and myself and some other staff members were in on trying to come up with our preseason predictions for the league. The top three teams were easy, and we pretty much all had the same order. The next five, probably draw them out of a hat. They all seem improved, but I don't think anyone sees them quite at the level of Norwin, who we have picked first as a repeat champion. All they did last year was score 50.5 points a game. Their 707 points were one of the top five highest scoring offenses in state history. And they went to the state Final Four. They returned quarterback Joe Dreyer, two Division I signees, and Caleb Harris and Trayvon Berry. Big question mark for them is on defense. They only have three back. We have Northwestern pick number 2, and if that would play out that way, those two teams would meet for the title. In Week 10, the Huskies, everyone knows they have quarterback Malachi Noletti, running back Tyler Smith back. Not a lot of returnees on their offensive or defensive line, but that's going to be one of their biggest lines ever. Our third-ranked team is Hillsdale. They have Ryan B., a Marshall recruit, Corbin Major, a record-setting running back. Just to run through the next rankings, we have Dalton, Waynedale, Chippewa, Smithville, and Rittman. Let's go ahead now and hear some comments that Norwin's Joe Dreyer and Northwestern's Jeff Burkholder had, what they are looking forward to this season.
Jeff Burkholder, senior, left tackle and defensive tackle. This year we're really looking forward to a good year. Last year was nice, but we're expecting to do a little bit more this year.
How do you see the Wayne County Athletic League race shaping up?
I think that it'll still be very tough competition. There won't be any teams that you can just walk over. You'll have to show up ready to play everything.
Tell us about this big Northwestern offensive line. How good do you think you guys can be?
I think we can be pretty dominant. Teams will have to be ready for us, seeing that we got three guys well over 200 pounds, so we'll be pretty good this year.
My name is Joe Dreyer. I'm quarterback at the Norwin High School. I am a senior this year. Last year we made it to the Final Four. We came up a little bit short last year. We didn't work up to our full potential. This year we have a lot of guys coming back, but we also have some new faces. These guys are working hard in the offseason. They've stepped up so far. Hopefully we can continue the ride and carry it over to another WCL championship.
Joe, a lot of the readers and viewers of our show, they know about Caleb Harris, Trayvon Berry, yourself. Who are some of the new names this year that maybe might make a big impact for Norwin?
Zach Wyman dropped 40 pounds. He moved to middle linebacker. He's definitely going to be the anchor to our defense. We have Trent Davis and Hunter Shue and Devin Reed, three receivers that will hopefully make a big impact on varsity this year. And running back Brock Maxwell will start in place of John Zimmerly this year. He will definitely make a big impact on the Bobcats offense this year.
What kind of goal setting or talk is Norwin having this year, or is it kind of unspoken, just that you feel like you could make another big playoff run?
We work hard every year, and our goal is to win one game at a time. So our first goal is Wellington this year. We beat them, and we move on to CVCA, hopefully. That's our goal, and hopefully everything will turn out and we'll win another WCL championship this year.
Aaron, it's always great to hear from the players who we're actually going to be covering on Friday night. I'm sure the viewers were interested in hearing their take on the upcoming season. The rest of the Wayne County Athletic League, as you mentioned before we went to the interviews, it's going to be pretty interesting how that shakes out with the other five. There's a clear separation between the top three and the next five, but the other five I know all have some positive things going on. Dalton, we picked fourth. She has been hit with some injuries in the preseason, and with their depth issues, really can't afford too many of those. Quarterback Jack Burke is looking to have a big year. I know that. He worked hard this summer, and They also have big J.D. Murphy, a 300-pound lineman. You don't see too many of those in the Wayne County Athletic League. Chippewa has a new coach and some pretty high hopes. Michael Boley has taken over there. They have sophomore quarterback Bailey Breitenstein, who took over partway through the season last year. And the guy he replaced, Bo Wetzel, has been moved to running back, and he put up some pretty good numbers late in the year there as they won a game and ended their long losing streak. Waynedale, coming off an 0-10 season, I guess there's nowhere really to go but up for the Golden Bears, but Matt Zerker sounds like he's pretty excited. They're still going to be very young this year, but senior quarterback Ren Weaver looks to be the leader of that group. Smithville, I don't think any team in the area, Aaron, has been hit as hard by graduation as the Smithies. They only have 8 Lettermen back, including only 4 senior Lettermen. This might be kind of a rebuilding year for the Smithies to gain some experience, but I know talking to a coach out there, they really like their sophomore class. They had a really good freshman year, so this could be a stepping stone for years to come for the Smithies. And then we've got Rittman. We picked Rittman for 8th, but somebody had to be there. I know that Bill Dennis is excited about the group he's got. The numbers are up in Tribe Town, and he's got his son, Blake Dennis, who's verbally committed to Akron to continue his football career in college, along with big quarterback Ty Ramsire and the running back Zach Vaughn had a decent year last year. I know he's looking to build on that. So it should be pretty interesting from top to bottom. I know we'll always look at the front runners and who are they playing, but some of those other games are going to be interesting to see how it plays out, to see where the rest of the standings kind of shake down.
Yeah, I think it was very hard to pick how the order of those teams, especially at the bottom, is going to go. We're going to segue now to the Principals Athletic Conference, and we had a chance to have Parker Carmichael in here for our cover shoot. All Parker did last year was throw for over 2,700 yards and 30 touchdowns. And Joe Dreyer, who we mentioned earlier, threw for over 3,800 yards and 41 touchdowns. We've never had a year in our coverage area where 2 quarterbacks threw for that kind of yardage. We're going to see Parker and the Titans on the turf this year as well. So let's hear Parker Carmichael's thoughts on the 2013 Tri-Way outlook.
I'm Parker Carmichael. I'll be a junior. I'm the quarterback. Last year we went 7-3 and just missed the playoffs, so this year we got some new bodies, new faces coming in that should be real exciting this year.
Parker, you guys already have had a great passing attack, but what's it going to be like playing on the turf as much as you are this year?
The turf's a great thing. We've already used it a lot, so we love that, and we're just real excited to get on it and start playing games on it and defending it.
Who do you see as some of the other top teams in the PAC?
To lead the PAC at Indian Valley should be really good again this year. Manchester's always up there, and CVC should be pretty solid once again.
Thanks to Parker for coming in here and being such a good sport about the interviews and the pictures and everything. He's a good kid. It's hard to imagine he's only a junior, Aaron. Has 2 full seasons to go. In the Principals Athletic Conference, Tri-Way is probably one of the favorites in that league. I think the clear-cut favorite would probably be Indian Valley, a playoff team a year ago with running back Jake Davis, probably the PAC next to Carmichael, one of the best players in the PAC. He's been a handful for the Titans to tackle the last couple of years. He's only a junior. Running behind a big experienced line, and they have a pretty good quarterback too. Manchester, of course, lost a lot last year, including their quarterback Nick Payakoff, who was an All-Ohio quarterback. Manchester, of course, with their tradition and their coach, longtime coach Jim France, they're probably going to be at the top, and that's one team Tri-Way has had trouble with. In fact, in Tony Lee's 4 seasons, the Titans have yet to defeat the Panthers. A big key, Doc, for Tri-Way. Weeks 6 through 9, they play Tuslaw, CBCA, Indian Valley, and Manchester. So I think that stretch is pretty much going to determine what happens in the PAC this year.
Well, that's a good quick rundown of the WCAL and the PAC. Check out all of our preseason previews in our special section. It's going to come out Thursday. And thanks for watching this edition of the Daily Record High School Football Insider.